What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about, is it worth it about the large presence, or should we just keep using that Kindling glitch and getting any player that we want? Now, many of you guys pretty much saw the video already. If you haven't, you pretty much just you're going to go ahead and get some cards of lesser value. Make sure that they quick sell for Kindling. At this point, many of you guys have been using, that McCaffrey, whatever it is, whatever zero chill card it is. You're going to be using that card for the cheapest amount of Kindling, and then you're going to go into the store and just keep rolling. So pretty much, let me just go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about, and it kind of gives you the idea of what you should be doing if you were looking for if you're looking to get any of the cards that are currently like the higher 94 overall cards. You would simply, why did I go to 90 to 91? Okay, that was a definite mispress, bro. Like, I did a mispress right quick. All right, so look, McCaffrey is down to 221, right? So this is pretty much what you would do. You would go ahead, you would snap. Okay, Biden had already completed. All right, whatever. 221 was pretty cheap. All right, that's fine. 230 is cheap as well, but you got to remember also, you can probably get a lot of the other players for just as cheap. That's 221. What's this guy? 213. So, okay, why is he that cheap though? Okay, and then this guy is all the way down to 229. All right, so look. Pretty much, if you wanted to go ahead and get these cards now and hold on to it for Kindling or use them for large presence, you would have to wait regardless to see how you're going to make out. Because there is realistically no reason for any of these cards to be that cheap. And some of you guys are like, yo, what should I do? What is the best route? What should I be doing right now going forward? There are going to be a lot of other things coming, because remember, according to what they released, I believe this program goes up until January 3rd. So there is a lot of time left, and it's going to require some patience on all of our parts to kind of figure out what we need to be doing. But when you look over here at the present situation, right, you see the way that EA Sports has made it so that all the large gifts are going to open up on December 25th. I think all the gifts open this year. Last year they had the various times. This is just a lot easier for everybody, probably for the programmers as well, to just unveil everything at the same time. What is going to be in this gift? Is it worth it to get that gift right now with the large present? My assessment of it is, you're looking at about 100K per, even with the lowest level part. All right, so let's just say, for instance, you get like 10 of these, you're gonna get 1 million coins. Depending on how you actually get your Kindling, you can either make out, or you're gonna overspend, or you're gonna lose if you spend 200 to get that McCaffrey. I think he gives you like 7,000 and change or whatever, and then you go from there and try to play around with these sets. Now remember, you see that this is 7,800. I just want to point this out. That's 7,800. This is only 41. So you can kind of gauge that, like, what do you really expect? They had some years where you got some really good stuff. They got years when it was really trash. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is that if you're able to accumulate Kindling and you get the large gifts, you're at least looking at something that's going to have value, at least for that point. If it turns out, let me just point this out, right? If it turns out that they require Kindling for other things, let's just say, for instance, that whatever your large president, let's just say it's garbage, right? And you got to quick sell it. And they make it so that inside of the exchange sets, it's one of those melted player things. You got to remember, guys, EA does a lot of crazy stuff when it's like they're trying to really like make a promo like crazy. This is what they could do. They could probably go and do something like with like the frozen players. You know what I'm talking about? And make you have to, use the Kindling. You might have to use those players that you get out of that to like get some of these the Kindling quick sells to unlock these players and stuff like that. It's really, really crazy the way that they can probably manipulate it for us to use the Kindling in a whole nother way. So it might turn out that the large presents are garbage, but you can use that Kindling to do other things. The next thing that you guys have been asking about and also raging about is, why do they have it so that pretty much everything is cheap? Everything, like the out of position master, like everything is just so cheap. This guy's like 400K. Why do they have it like that? It doesn't seem like it makes any sense. It's no way possible we're going to be able to make coins with this promo. That's not true. Because remember, the people that are grinding no money spent, this is their opportunity to grab up these cards. This stuff is not going to be in the store for after January 3rd. Remember when they did like the Champ Bailey, they did the Mike Vick, all the things with the snow, and everything was crazy, and then all the prices like kind of took a plunge, and then as soon as it was out of the store, everything went back up in price. That's the biggest deal that I want to make sure that everybody's aware of. Once everything is not in the store anymore, you can probably bet your bottom dollar that some wild things are going to be happening as far as the prices going up. The issue is, what are we doing right now? All right. So I still believe, like, the more that I looked at this, I was thinking about it like, you know what, bro? Like, this is kind of weird that they would do this because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's 7,800 and those guys are going for 200, 200 and change. I just showed you guys. Like, what is this even about right now? It doesn't make any sense. What's the deal with this? And it looks like it's going to be more of an investment to have these things after the whole promo is done. Like, that's what it looks like it's going to be, because when they convert the Kindling to training, I just don't see how it's going to make any sense. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do with it, because at first it seemed like, oh my God, Kindling is so hard to get. I got to go grind these house rules. I got to go grind this. I got to go grind that. Then that turned into Patrick Mahomes is going for 229,000 coins. Like, what? What does that even mean? We still have to expect, however, that they will do something to kind of give us insight into, wanting to spend more coins and wanting to use more Kindling. It is no way possible that they can finish off this whole promo and make Kindling as useless as it is right now. If it does happen to be the case, that's going to be a major issue. Why did I say issue? Like I was trying to say tissue. Don't really matter. The ghost of Madden past, though, Darrelle Revis, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, Antonio Cromartie, any of those names making you guys excited? Darrelle Revis, these guys, you got to also remember this, though. While this promo is actively going on, there is something else going on right beside it with the NFL 100, which ends this coming week when they release the quarterbacks, right? What else can they possibly do? What other cards can they do that's going to drive the market? To be honest with you, Bo Jackson is probably going to be a decent price. Randy Moss is already down to like 500 and something. There's a lot of different things that we all thought would be very, very expensive. That's just absolutely not. So everybody should be actually benefiting from the lower prices, except for the people that are spending money and buying bundles, which is kind of weird because most people that buy bundles, they usually have, the upper hand. This is the 100 Kindling quick sell I was talking about, by the way, that you would have to get. Because like I said, I can see them doing that to where we'd have to utilize Kindling to kind of melt a player, or they'll, probably change something up. It has to be something that's coming with the promo by Christmas Day that's going to make all of this worth it. And this is why, again, I point to this, right? Because for $229, you would get a decent amount of Kindling. I think it's 7,000 and change, right? If you go ahead and get Calvin Johnson, he's like 10,000 or whatever. Calvin Johnson is about 400K. So you would have to actually physically invest 400K now to get about with the amount of Kindle I have right now, I would get 3 more presents. So I would have 4 of them. So I would realistically, for spending the 400K, be able to get back at least 400K if everything goes according to plan, because I already have 3,000. If I were to just go get the Calvin Johnson and just say whatever, that'll be a lot cheaper. I could spend the 2 though. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what Calvin's going for right now. We could actually go check that currently to kind of see what's happening with that situation. What is that guy doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he out there doing anything, or does he just suck, bro? Like, that dude is running around hitting soft as, I don't know what he's doing. All right, so we're going to go out of position. And then we're going to go quality. We're going to go 94 to 95. All right, so he's at 359. All right, that might, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and do it. We'll get it for 359 because that's just screaming at us to go ahead and grab it, bro. A 95, quick selling for that. I think we do it this way. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Cordell Stewart, he's been released, but, again, I don't know. Like, does he even have, no, he don't got a power. I'm just a limited. So, you're just a halfback running around. What does he have that's good, though? What's his spin move and all that stuff? Let me see what this guy's doing. Because you can't really do nothing with him. Bro, did I already pass it? What's his spin? Spin move 88, juke move 94. Yeah, that's a trash card. All right, so it don't really matter. Steeler fans probably happy, but it don't matter. All right, so some people are buying them up. You see what I'm saying? People are realizing that it has to be something going on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to invest. Because remember, we still have packs in the store that we could actually use to get more coins back. But this is going to be something that we're going to invest with right now. We're going to go and we're going to go ahead and quick sell this Calvin Johnson. And we're going to get some Kindling. And then what we're going to do is, let me see, what is this one? is Kindling also. Oh yeah, we get that from doing the solos. We'll take that Kindling as well. Do we have any other promo zero chill players that we could quick sell at the moment? All right, that's just the home uniform and the away uniform. Those uniforms like make you blind though. Like they're both so almost identical to each other. It doesn't make any sense. I would probably avoid wearing those. I tried it and I'm like, yo, all right, EA is trying to make me go blind, so I'm good. And then we go back in the store and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. All right, you can make the choice however you want to do it. It is what it is. Like I said, you can re-roll and do all that stuff, but I just showed you that with the Kindling glitch of re-rolling and getting these players, it's already way too cheap. Now, you could argue that 229, that's what it was like. That's like about 460. You could probably go ahead and get 14,000 as opposed to the 10,000 with the other one, but he's at 359 right now. So that's like crazy cheap. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna buy more large gifts. All right. I don't know what's in these gifts. If we get lucky, we just get lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's in them. And all we're doing right now is banking on the fact that EA has to give us something. Like they gotta make it worth it somehow, some way. That's what all of us are banking on. They might end up giving us the same cards back. You know EA is gangster, bruh. EA might end up giving us the same cards back. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if we didn't try, we didn't do anything. We just sat around and waited and whatever like that. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. Because even if I spend more coins, just think about it like this. Even if I spend more coins right now and I get more of these presents, right? Let's say for instance, I buy another Calvin Johnson. Let's just say for instance, I do that, all right? And I make 1 million coins, whatever, at the time that this stuff is done. Just say that that happens. Is that going to still be beneficial for the other cards that are coming out? The reason that I'm not spending all my coins is because I still need to have currency if they do release something that I actually want. I don't want to just be completely out of it. You know what I'm saying? I got to have something. Plus, when does this expire? It should be expiring. This probably expires right before Christmas Day. So we have up until that point. Maybe they leak something else out. Maybe they give us insight to something else. And then we go from there. But at this point right now, where it is, that's what I would suggest. Because re-rolling this and getting a cheap McCaffrey, all that stuff, that's all garbage, bro. You see what's going on. The prices are dirt cheap. Something has to happen to kind of revitalize the market. And I guess it would be cool if we could go ahead and snag another Calvin for like 3 something and then just hold them. You know what I'm saying? But then again, they might release another card that we actually want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop here. And I'm just going to show you guys what I'm preparing for. I know I at least got 400K in the bank. All right? If I don't have 400K in the bank, I'm finna rage. Like, listen, dog, like EA, like y'all better stop playing with me. Like, I'm not about to go through this. Like, you're not about to do me crazy. So I got 4 presents. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4. All right? Let's just say, for instance, that's 400K. Minimum. Let's say, for instance, one of those cards happen to be something else that's wild. And somebody else wants it, but it's of no use to me on Christmas Day. It's getting sold immediately, and we could possibly come up. But the bottom line is we have to at least try. We can't just sit there and wait for stuff to happen for us. We got to try. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to encourage all of you guys to do. Can we do that? Can we be able to try and, for the most part, get something out of nothing? And right now, with the way the market is, I would prefer that we all go after as many large presents as we can afford. I am in no way saying for you to buy bundles to get a gazillion presents. I'm saying to make sure you have your hands on some of them. Let me know which route you're taking. I'm going to talk to you guys and girls next time. One love.